Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, it looks like Congress was finally able to do their job. It looks like stimulus checks are coming. So, hey guys, I'm Alex, founder of Financial Wealth Academy, where I always come on and share with you tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow your income, build wealth so you can leave a legacy for your family. So, today, guys, I just wanted to go over and share with you, if you haven't heard already, I just want to share with you the good news or the information associated with the coronavirus aid package. So, yes, Congress, after it seemed like since April or May of earlier this year, they've been haggling back and forth, going over this stuff back and forth, back and forth. And so finally, they were able to come to some sort of agreement, and so they finally did pass the coronavirus aid package. So let me just share with you what that means for you. It looks like it's about 900 billion with a B, $billion. I don't know if you remember, the Democrats way back in April had already passed a $2 trillion package, and the Republicans in the Senate were just like, hey, you know what? We're not doing any of it. In fact, we don't really want to give any money, because if we start giving out money now, or if we extend money, then people won't go back to work, right? And so we want to make sure that the people out there working in the middle of a daggone pandemic. How does that work, right? So the Republicans only wanted to pass $500 billion. In any case, so they've been going back and forth since April or May earlier this year, and they were finally able to come to a deal. So let me tell you what's in the package and what it means for you. So like I said, it's a $900 billion coronavirus aid package. And what it actually means for you is that people who are eligible will receive a $600 direct stimulus payment. You might have remembered earlier this year, people who qualified actually received $1,200. And if I'm not mistaken, I think children, if they had children, I think they were able to receive $500 for each child that they had. Well, the Republicans didn't want to do that again because they were afraid that if they gave too much money, then, like I said, people would not go back to work, and they didn't think that the economy was doing all that bad. So, but in any case, they finally agreed or settled around $600. So people who made less than $75,000 would be eligible to receive $600 direct stimulus payment. Okay. What's also in the package is $300 for supplemental boosts for unemployment. Okay. So they wanted to re-up for those people who were able to, who qualified for unemployment. You would actually receive an additional $300 boost on top of your weekly unemployment benefit. Okay, so it's $300. If you remember before, it was $600 earlier. So again, they cut it in half. And so now it's $300 boost per week. That is going to be good through March 14th of 2021. So it's going to be roughly about 13 to 16 weeks or so. Okay. They approved $284 billion for PPP. That's what's called the Paycheck Protection Program. And that's for small businesses who still had bills to pay, had payroll that they had to meet, that you were actually able to apply for what's called this PPP, small business loan, for companies that had less than 500 people. You were able to apply to receive this loan. And if the monies was used like it was planned and supposed to be, if you use that money to pay your business expenses, your business rent, to pay payroll and all of those things to kind of keep your business going, then you would actually be able to possibly get loan forgiveness, meaning You wouldn't have to pay any of this money back for this PPP loan. So they have put $284 billion into the program to kind of fund that again. There's $13 billion for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, for the SNAP program. And they've also extended the moratorium on eviction, and they've also put some money aside for rental assistance as well. So it looks like a lot of the things that people needed, a lot of the things that people really needed just to be able to survive, they were able to get approved, but not nearly as much as the Democrats wanted to do from the very beginning. So maybe your next question is, for the $600 direct stimulus payment, when will that be sent out? The Treasury Secretary, his name is Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin said, hey, these checks can go out as early as next week. Okay, as early as next week. So if the IRS actually has an account for you where they sent maybe a refund, right? Or if they have your information, if you've had to make payments to the IRS, if they have your bank account information on file, they're just going to go ahead and give you a straight direct deposit right into your bank account. Okay, and that could come as early as next week. Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, said, hey, it usually, for this case, we can get checks out in as quickly as a week. So as soon as the bill is signed by the president, about a week after that, money is going out. So they are expecting that money is going to be in your bank account before the end of the year. Okay. If, for instance, they don't have your information on file, then they're going to have to send you a check, which obviously could take a little bit longer. So I just want to share a little bit more information with you guys. Don't necessarily want to get real political, but I do want to let you know that there is still an election that is going on in Georgia. Okay, what does that mean for you? The election in Georgia, they are actually going to be electing. So especially people in Georgia, please pay attention if you don't already know. So right now, anytime you want to pass a bill, okay, or the president wants to try to get something passed, the bill must get passed in the House, and then it also must get passed in the Senate. Once that bill gets passed by the House and the Senate, it goes to the president, and it is then signed off on the president. Okay. Now, right now, the Republicans have control over the Senate. Okay, there are either 51 or 52 senators, Republican senators. So the Republicans have control of the Senate. The Democrats have control over the House. Come January 2020, as you know, we have a new president-elect, a new president that's going to be sworn in. Joe Biden is a Democrat. Joe Biden has programs that he wants to put in place. For instance, he wants to be able to do loan forgiveness, right? Student loan forgiveness from anywhere from $10,000 to possibly as high as $50,000. Okay, along with any number of other programs and other things he wants to be able to pass. Now, remember what I said. If there's something that you want to get passed, you got to get it passed by the House, and you got to get it passed by the Senate, and then Joe Biden, Democrat, can pass it. Well, the two Senate seats are currently held by Republicans. If those two Republicans, or even one of those, go back to the Senate or are reelected, then the Senate will still be held by Republicans, which then means the Senate is able to block anything that the Democrats and president wants to do. Okay. So if you think things like stimulus payments are a good idea, if you think it's a good idea to have unemployment benefits extended, if you think that's a good idea, if you think it's a good idea to make sure that we have a clean environment, that the country is safe and secure, if you think it makes sense for us to be able to protect ourselves against Russian hacking and all of these other things, then it really is important that you vote, if you are in Georgia, for the people who are going to push the policies that are going to help you in this case. So if you have some student loans and you need to, and you think it's a good idea that they have student loan forgiveness, and you're in Georgia, you might want to vote for the Democrats. If you don't really care about student loan forgiveness and you want to do things to try to block what the incoming president wants to do to try to help the American people, then you can go ahead and vote, Republican, So that, I'm gonna get off that because I know a lot of times people don't want to talk about politics and all those things. So, but in any case, I just want to be able to share with you the good news that yes, stimulus checks are coming. They are coming as early as next week, about a week after it is signed into law. It's going to be $600 instead of the $1,200 that the Democrats wanted to do. It's going to be $600. So I guess the Republicans said, "Hey, we'll give the people something." We don't really want to give them anything, but we'll give them a little something. So checks early as next week, and for people who have been unemployed, haven't been able to find a job, or have been impacted to the degree that they need to get unemployment benefits, well, you'll be able to get unemployment. That program will be back up and running, and you would get a $300 supplemental boost instead of the $600 that you were getting previously. So essentially, they just cut everything down in half. All right. So I hope that answers your questions, guys. I hope you guys are really, really paying attention, and I sincerely hope. Oh, thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. I sincerely hope that you're staying safe during this trying time. And if you are eligible to receive the $600, I don't want to tell people what to do with their money, but I suggest, if you don't have to spend your stimulus money, or if you don't have to spend your unemployment, I would encourage you to beef up your your emergency fund. Having an emergency fund is so important, guys. It's already been stated that roughly about 6% of American people don't have $1,000 saved in their savings account. And the reason why this is really key and important is, as we know, life happens, things happen. You could get sick, hurt, lose your job. You have some emergency that happens with the car, transmission goes out, you need new tires, something happens with the roof. Any number of things could happen that could really throw you into a really bad financial position, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck. So I would encourage you, if you have not saved up at least $1,000, but I would say if you haven't saved up 3 to 6 months of your monthly living expenses, if you haven't saved that just yet, and you don't have to spend the money, I would encourage you to consider taking the stimulus check, putting it in a separate online high interest savings account. Okay. Mine is with Ally Bank, but there are any number of savings accounts that pay you more than traditional banks do for savings accounts. I think mine now is 6 0.6%. Okay, 0.6%. As you know, the average is 0.05% savings rate. So it is extremely low with traditional banks. So in any case, I would say if you haven't saved up already, and you don't have to spend the money, use this as a great way to start your emergency fund. So that way, if something should happen somewhere down the road, you are starting to save up and build yourself a little bit of a cushion for the rainy days, because we always know rainy days come. All right. So, hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Please stay safe. We'll see you on next time. All right. Stay safe. Take care.